4.0, we'll take off the excessive GPA, make it like 48 or something, and then redistribute it to someone who's struggling in class, not able to graduate, and give it to those who may not be able to graduate because they had to work an extra job or whatnot and weren't able to.
You actually give them some of your credit.
Yeah. Basically, I want to redistribute GPAs from the top 10% of students, the earners, to those having trouble fulfilling graduation requirements.
Wait, so you're trying to take our GPA and give it to us?
If I do give GPA points to students that don't deserve it, it just isn't fair. I work for what I have.
But I have a 4.0.
You have a 4.0?
Yeah.
It's an excessive GPA. So we're going to basically emulate the federal tax structure, and we tax the rich to help those in lower income brackets. Basically the same thing. Like, do you really need a 4.0?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No?
Nah.
Oh, I don't know about because like, how much should they suffer just because of that?
I mean, it's whether they're better good, and like the 4.0 is kind of excessive. And you support the federal tax structure right now, where we tax the top 10% of earners to give money to those who are in the lower income.
I do.
I don't have the time to study, have jobs, other things going on in their lives. Why not?
It's not fair. Do you think it's fair that we have the federal government taxing people who... How's it different?
Why do you need a 4.0?
Because I earned it.
But I mean, people earn their money and use that same argument to, it's kind of like a selfish argument now.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think we should tax then the rich, like the current tax structure?
Not like over excessive.
And I don't think it's the same analogy. This is crazy. That's politics.
I mean, you didn't really need a 4.0. You're like those top 5% of students.
Well, if they work,
you can still get a 3.5 and get Dean's List. It's kind of excessive after 3.5.
But some people just like take more.
When we take these lessons and apply it to the federal government's taxing, do you believe it's right for some people who work hard for their money, for the government to take it and maybe give it to someone who possibly doesn't earn as much because they don't want to earn as much? Or
Well, the thing there is, it's kind of flawed that you put such a general principle and apply it to the federal government.
Is there a difference between the two?
Yeah, because this is an indication of performance.
Isn't your income an indication of performance? You have to work hard for that money to be able to have it.
I don't know. I think this is an important feedback. You can just sort of get it for free. Doesn't make sense.
If you can get money for free, is it the same thing? I mean, you work for your income and you work for your grades, and some people have excessive GPAs, and they're giving more opportunities in life. Like I said, they may not have to work an extra job or two to support themselves, and so it's not fair. I mean, if
I understand your point.
10, 15 hours
I don't think I want to say.
You think like the tax structure is fair, where we tax the rich to help like the poor?
I think that's fair.
I mean, it's the same concept, right?
Not entirely.
Really? You sure you don't want to sign? It's kind of like emulating the federal tax structure, like how we tax the rich excessively to help fund programs.
I wouldn't say it's the same thing at all.
It's the same thing with rich people. I mean, it's like after the certain.
Yeah, but you see, the thing with rich people is that our society isn't playing fair. Some people have more opportunities than other people.
And some people have more opportunities. They're richer, so they don't have to worry about money. They don't have to work an
But
extra
you see,
job. What about the student that has to work an extra job?
This is speaking about GPA, so.
Exactly.
So you would agree to, but you would have to agree to give her those points, right? It wouldn't just.
No, it would be forced upon the student body.
Oh.
So it'd be like, if
I want to have a GPA when I graduate. I want to go to
sorry.
graduate. I'm sorry. No, I mean, I just don't think it's right. I mean, I understand the money version of it, but the educational version.
I just feel like it's the
different.
same thing because like you earn both of them, right?
It's not the same thing because money's different.